The deadline is here. Is Davis a Laker? Is Gasol and Conley on the move? Do the Celtics make any noise? The Bucks, the Raptors, the Thunder, do any contenders get involved? Any big names moved? Stay tuned and find out on the NBA trade deadline recap. Welcome back. I'm gonna try to get through all this. It's a lot. I'm gonna give y'all all the trades. Some players got traded twice, so try to keep up. I'm gonna do my best. February 3rd, we had the Cavs acquired Nick Stauskas, Wade Baldwin, and a 2021 second-round pick, as well as a 2023 second-round pick from the Trailblazers for Rodney Hood. All right, cool. Then we got the Lakers acquiring Reggie Bullock from the Pistons for Svi Mykhailiuk and a second-round pick. Big trade last night. The 76ers acquired Tobias Harris from the Clippers, as well as Boban Marjanovic and Mike Scott.
What?
They traded Larry Shamet, Wilson Chandler, Mike Muscala, a 2020 first-round pick, and a 2021 first-round pick, and 21 and 23 second-round picks as well. So big trade for Philly. They get better with Tobias. I think he helps them spread the floor, gives them another shot maker. They're going to be tough to match up with Simmons, Redick, Butler, Harris, and Embiid. That starting five can compete with anybody. They're letting you know right now they all in. Phillies, this is their window, and they're gonna go for it. They said they're planning on signing Harris and Butler in the offseason, so if they can keep that starting five intact. They lost a little bit of depth, but I think they'll be okay, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with come playoffs. Moving right along. We also had Thon Maker traded from the Bucks to, where'd he go? The Pistons for Stanley Johnson. Not a big move. I think Stanley Johnson could help the Bucks out. Decent player, role player, but not a really big move. I think it was more about Thon Maker being unhappy in Milwaukee. So they got him out of there, pretty much is what that boiled down to. The 76ers, they acquire Malachi Richardson and Toronto's 2022 second-round pick and the draft rights to Emir Prejic. I don't know who that is. Raptors get cash consideration, so look like a salary dump. Look like Toronto was freeing up roster spots. You'll see why later. Moving right along. We had, so Ryan Anderson went from Phoenix to Miami. Tyler Johnson and Wayne Ellington went from Miami to Phoenix. Otto Porter Jr. went from Washington to Chicago for Bobby Portis, Jabari Parker, and a 2023 second-round pick. I'm not sure if they're going to keep Parker. Obviously, they're going to keep Porter, but I don't know. Neither one of these teams is going to the playoffs, so I mean, I guess Washington could slip in there. But yeah, it's an okay trade. Chicago, Otto Porter would be a good piece if they can get a free agent to join them in the offseason, but it's an okay trade, I guess, for both teams. The Rockets, they got Iman Shumpert, Nick Stauskas, and Wade Baldwin. There they go again. So Stauskas and Baldwin move again.
Really?
Remember, this is the second time they've been traded. All right, so Iman Shumpert, Nick Stauskas, Wade Baldwin go to the Rockets. Cleveland gets, that's what it came from, Cleveland. Brandon Knight, Marquise Chris, and a 2019 first-round pick. Says it's lottery protected from the Rockets. They ain't gonna be in the lottery, so I don't know why that's protected. Next up, we have, this one went down last night. The Sacramento Kings traded for Harrison Barnes. He went from Dallas to Sacramento. Zach Randolph, he don't really play for the Kings. Just kind of on the roster. He got traded along with Justin Jackson, who's a young player. I actually like his game a lot. Watched him quite a bit at North Carolina. He's a good player, good solid all-around player. And yeah, this was kind of weird because Barnes played like the first 3 quarters and then they traded him and pulled him out the game. And I don't know, it was kind of weird. Like, I know LeBron was tweeting about it, like, you know, they can just move players around any type of way, anytime they want. And when players want to go to a team or request a trade or demand a trade, he wants it all to be looked at the same. It'll never be equal. He knows that, but I think he's just kind of sticking up for the players. But that was that trade. Markieff Morris goes from the Washington Wizards to the New Orleans Pelicans, and they get Wesley Johnson. So Wesley Johnson with the Wizards, Markieff to the Pelicans. And today, all these trades from here up are from today. So we had the 76ers receiving James Ennis, and the Houston Rockets got a 2021 second-round pick. I actually like Ennis a lot. He can shoot the ball. He's athletic, pretty good defender. Philadelphia is loading up. They're gonna make a run this year. They're all in definitely on this season. I'm not sure all these guys' contracts, who's, you know, free agents at the end of the season or what have you, but they've got some bodies, some talent to guard people, to shoot the ball. They obviously got stars in Embiid, Simmons, and Butler, so it's gonna be interesting to see how far Philly goes. The Pelicans. They sent Nikola Mirotic to Milwaukee. Big trade. I like that a lot. The Bucks send Jason Smith, Stanley Johnson, and 4 second-round picks to New Orleans. And like I said, they get Nikola Mirotic, knockdown shooter, pretty good rebounder. That's pretty much all he's going to give you. But I think he can help the Bucks in the postseason. All the shooting you can have, it makes the game much easier for Giannis and Chris Middleton. So I like that pickup a lot for the Bucks. So Milwaukee, Philadelphia loading up for the playoffs. What else we got? Here they go again. Nick Stauskas and Wade Baldwin and a future second-round pick go from Houston to the Pacers. And it just says future consideration. So I don't know what they're giving the Rockets, but yeah, that's how that went down. So Stauskas and Baldwin in Indiana, and I believe Adrian Wojnarowski tweeted that, you know, they were going to be released, so they're not even going to stay in Indiana. So who knows where those two end up at? But
really,
they were traded for the third time. We had Garrett Temple and J. Michael Green go from Memphis to the Clippers, and the Grizzlies get Avery Bradley. Okay. Grizzlies get a wing defender, decent 3-point shooter, kind of a 3-and-D guy. Not as good as he used to be, but the Clippers get J. Michael Green and Garrett Temple. I like both of those players. They're pretty good, so good trade for the Clippers. Then the big ones. We get, well, not all of them were big. We have the Lakers. They get Mike Muscala from the Clippers, and they send Michael Beasley, and Ivica Zubac goes to the Clippers. Zubac's a nice player. He's got a nice post game, decent scorer in the paint. Muscala, he can help the Lakers, I guess. You know, he's a 3-point shooter, pretty good rebounder. So playing the 4 position, stretch 4. If they keep him. The Trailblazers got Skal Labissiere from the Kings for Caleb Swanigan. I don't got the Hawks. Got Shelvin Mack from the Grizzlies for Tyler Dorsey. The Celtics traded Jabari Bird to the Hawks, and they got a 2nd round pick. The Nets received Greg Monroe and a 2021 2nd round pick from the Raptors. Future considerations. They were freeing up roster spots, it looks like. The 76ers sent Markelle Fultz to the Magic. They get back Jonathan Simmons and a 2020 1st round pick and a future 2nd round pick. Here's the deal with this. Fultz, I'm pulling for the guy. He was the #1 pick last year. I'm shocked to see that they traded this kid, but it wasn't working in Philly. He wanted the injury, the Simmons being there. I don't know. He wasn't going to keep coming off the bench. They sent him to Orlando. The league will get to see what this guy can really do. So it's a low risk, high reward trade for the Magic. Again, Philadelphia gets some depth with Jonathan Simmons. It's a good trade for both teams. I guess maybe they could have got a little more. Maybe not. I mean, I don't know what his value was. Probably wasn't that high. Oh, yeah, the big trade today. I'm sorry. The Toronto Raptors get Marc Gasol from Memphis, and they send Jonas Valanciunas, DeLon Wright, CJ Miles, and a 2024 2nd round pick. I like DeLon Wright a lot. He's a young, athletic point guard, so he'll help the Grizzlies. Marc Gasol is an upgrade over Valanciunas, even at 34, I believe he is, but he will help them, at least for this year and maybe next year. Playoffs, great passer, can shoot the 3 ball, rebounder, defender, so he's going to shore up that their front line. They're still long, athletic. I like to trade a lot for the Raptors. So in recapping, I think Toronto has improved theirself. Milwaukee's improved theirself. Philadelphia obviously has improved their chances. Other teams, it seem like they're positioning for buyouts, like the Lakers, the Rockets. They didn't really make moves to improve the team, more or less free up some roster spots. I do believe both teams will be very active on the buyout market. Not sure which players are going to get bought out. I know Beasley probably will. Enes Kanter got released by the Knicks, so he's out there. He's been linked to the Celtics. So we got Kanter out there. There's a possibility DeAndre Jordan and Wesley Matthews get bought out from the Knicks. Who else? Obviously, Carmelo's still out there. J.R. Smith could get bought out. I mentioned Beasley. So there are some players out there that will get bought out. And I expect the Lakers and the Rockets to be major players in the buyout market. I guess the Warriors could be involved. The Celtics should be involved. So I would expect them to be involved. We'll see what Philly does if they're done. Milwaukee. So Toronto, there's all those teams, OKC, all going to be heavy in the buyout market because none of them really did a lot well, except for Philly and Milwaukee, and Toronto. But the other teams didn't really make any moves to improve their team. So I think the buyout market is going to be big. We'll see who gets bought out. When that happens, I'll make another video. Sorry I made this video so long. It's like 12 minutes long, but thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate the support. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.